I'd like to show you a few things about changing a string and tightening the head, a few real basic setup things that are going to be important for you to have some instruction on when you first start playing the banjo. You might break a string or want to change your strings and not have anyone close by to do it for you, so let me see if I can't show you how to do it. First thing I would do, just sitting here in the chair, was just lower the banjo down like so. Put it down here, rest it up against your leg, and then just grab the tuning peg and always pluck the string that you're changing or putting on or something so you know where it's going. Make sure you're going in the right direction. You see the string get loose? When it gets loose enough that you can grab it, just grab it and pull it off like so, unravel it, and then you're done with that. Just pick up the banjo, put it back in your lap, and we'll just take the string off. I usually wrap them around like so and my finger and just go like that so it doesn't, careful you don't step on these. Okay, and then just set that on the floor. Grab another string and we unravel like so. Put it on the tailpiece, and then you're going to put it through the little space right there, up through the bridge. Now you're going to have to keep some tension on the string or it might pop out of the tailpiece there. And then I put the banjo back on the floor like so, and then I got to put it through the hole, and then for me I got to put my glasses on to do that. So I'll put that on there, and we'll just find the hole there. Poke it through. And for vanity's sake, I'll take the glasses off. And then, now what we're going to do is, the string is actually going to turn this way. So we're going to take the string and we're going to bring it back the opposite way and underneath the string, okay? Once we do that, we're going to kind of pull up on it. Now all this time I'm doing this, I'm keeping some tension with my fingers here on the string so it doesn't pop up there. It might take a little practice to do that. And then it's on like so, and then we start to unravel the string. Now you're going to leave a little slack there so that you can do that. And as I tune up the string, I kind of stretch on it a little bit because strings need to be stretched when they're drawn on. Reach down there and get it in the bridge slot. Now I'm going to start plucking on the string so that I hear what pitch it's going to. I match it to the 4th string because I know that that's a D also. I'll stretch on it some more and tune it back up. Now that I've got the string on, I'm going to have to tune it. Now, as I said when I was putting the string on, they have to be stretched. So I use my electronic tuner, which is down here on my knee. Tune it to D, and then what I do is I pull on the string, and the string will drop flat again. Tune it back up to pitch, and pull on the string some more. And I'll keep repeating that even if it took me 20 times until I pull on the string and it stays the same pitch as it was before I pulled the string. For instance, there's your D, pull on it. Just keep doing it until it holds. It might take, 5 or 10 times, but take the time to do that. The strings don't really stretch out while you have them on the banjo, and unless you do it right away, they might give you trouble the whole time the string is on there. Now I'm just going to cut the string off like so. Okay. You want to cut it as closely as you can. Sometimes when you cut the string, it makes it go flat, so you might stretch it and tune it back up again. Another important thing to know is where to position the bridge on the banjo. You may have bought the banjo at a music store and it's all right where it's supposed to be and everything's fine. Or you might have bought the banjo online and the banjo came to you with the bridge in the case compartment with just the strings on. If that happens, it's not so hard to do if you know how to do it, but there is a little trick to it. Where the bridge is positioned is the same distance as the nut here to the 12th fret, as it is from the 12th fret right to the bridge. It's slightly approximate, but that will certainly get you in very close to the correct position. And that would be from the edge of the nut right to the middle of the fret, from the middle of the fret to there. You can make a little pencil mark if you're doing it for the first time. Get the bridge up straight like that. Now once the bridge is on there, if you're going to move the bridge, I'll show you how to tune it, but if you're going to move the bridge, if you move it forward, that makes the strings sharp, or if you move it back, it makes them flat. So let me explain that to you. Once the bridge is positioned, at least in the approximate place from measuring, The way you can make sure it's in the correct place is, again, the best way is probably to grab your electronic tuner. I'll put it on my knee here. And you make a harmonic. That's this sound. Okay, that was the first string. Now, in order to make a harmonic, if you've never done that before, it's not so hard. But you just rest your, in my case, I've got the middle finger here. Rest the middle finger directly above the fret. And just rest it on the string. Don't push the string down. Just rest it there. And then pluck the string hard. And as soon as you pluck it, release. If you pick up too soon, you won't get it at all. If you don't pick up at all, you won't have the loud harmonic. So that's a harmonic. So we'll do the harmonic at the 12th fret. You match it to the tuner. It should be the green light or right on the 0 there. And then you fret. And that should also have the green light or be right in the 0. So they have to... Now, when you did it, and you fretted down, it's the fretted note that you're tuning, by the way. If that was sharp, if the needle went this way, then that means that the bridge was too far forward and it needs to come back. If when you played the harmonic and then fretted, the needle on the tuner went like flat or down, then you would have to move the bridge forward. Next, I'd like to show you a few tips on tightening the banjo head. If you're just getting started on the banjo, there's a good chance you have a brand new banjo. And brand new banjos, or better put, a new head, need to be tightened in the first couple of months when you get them. Once a head's been tightened a few times, it holds pretty good. I haven't probably changed the tension on this head for a while, but when I first got the head on the banjo, I had to tighten it several times in the first couple of months. So let me show you a few tips about that. First thing you have to do, of course, is take the resonator off, and I took a couple of the thumb screws off, and I'm going to take 2 more of them off. So just take off the thumb screws, and there you go. Banjo resonator comes off. And you can see inside, these are the coordinating rods, and that's the inside of my tone ring there too, and the inside of the head. These are the brackets tightened on there. Okay, now, as I said, maybe when you get the banjo first, you could just kind of take a mental note of how much pressure is there. You certainly don't want it so tight that you don't have some give there. And but again, probably after a couple of weeks of a new banjo or a new banjo head, you're gonna have to tighten the head some. So I would, you can use a socket wrench like this and just go on, and you just give it a little tweak there. I've got my head right where I want it, so I'm not gonna actually turn it, but you might go 4 of them, like so. And then down here, tighten 4. And as in a lot of things, when you're first getting started, and just in general, you don't want to get too carried away. If you find yourself doing a lot of cranking, you're probably doing something wrong. Just make small movements, just snug up the things. You can always go back and do it again, to just turn them a little ways, and then do those 4, and then do those 4. Kind of work your way around that way, and come back and, you know, kind of feel how that feels. Maybe play it a little while, and then see how that feels. And if you had a lot of slack in there, you might just want to snug them up some more. Then the next time you do it, in a couple more weeks, or like I said, in the first few months, just see how much slack is there and just snug them up a little bit. With the head tension, you're looking for kind of that sweet spot, just like with the tailpiece. If the head's too loose, it's kind of flat and non-responsive, and you can kind of hear that. It gets a little thuddy, or something would be the way I would describe it. Just kind of doesn't respond. If you crank the head down too tight, besides the chance of breaking the head, it thins out the tone and you actually lose volume. So you want that sort of that sweet spot where the head is vibrating. Do the best you can, but if you don't touch your banjo head, you don't do any tightening, and it's a brand new head or a brand new banjo, after a few weeks it's not going to sound very good, because the head is going to start loosening up, and you're going to want to at least do this basic head tightening procedure that I showed you and snug it up so that it's vibrating correctly.